Welcome, everybody, to the PK Sportscast. I'm your boy Johnny C. here with Ross Benavides. How is it going, man?
Good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing?
Fantastic, bro. Fantastic. It is good to be back, man. What a long hiatus it felt like, man. I'm sorry we had to be MIA for you guys. Was on a little vacation, so appreciate you guys being patient. I will not be scheduling any more vacations during football season because I missed you guys, man. I really did. I missed doing this. This is fun. So we got several things to recap, so I'm going to try to just kind of blast through it super quick here at the beginning of the show, and then we'll get into some of the current events. A lot of things happened while we were out. Chiefs didn't lose, so that was great. Cowboys lost a few times. That was great. My bad.
I think they have lost twice since we.
Yeah, no, they lost twice. We're actually watching the Cowboys-Chargers game now live as we record. Second quarter just started.
Get his ass.
It's 7-7. So we're gonna play a little game today. I'm sorry, I didn't even give much of the recap yet, but I'll go ahead and tell y'all since we're talking about the live game.
Yeah.
Every time the Cowboys score, I told Ross, I'm gonna hit this Terramana. We're doing a shot every time the Cowboys score. So you will not be seeing me drink on this podcast.
Bro, Justin Herbert just got popped. Holy shit.
Oh, there's a flag too. Yep.
Ooh.
So thank God I'm not drinking every time the Chargers score because this might get out of hand quick.
They're gonna get him.
No, man.
Damn. Go ahead.
No, you're all good, dude. You're all good. You know how it is on game day. I respect it, but a lot of things to cover. But I'll just try to run through it. So as far as scores go, with the two early predictions, everybody's doing all right, except for Ross, but it's okay. Right now Tanner is in the lead. The scores I'm giving you guys is end of week 5. Tanner's currently in the lead. He's got 14 points. I'm right behind him in second at 12.5. We got a 2-way tie and in third place with 8 points. So then that's Knock and Dishman. So they're right there. And I will say, as of right now, from the Sunday games, Knock and Dishman both got 3 points. Already this week. So they'll be sitting at 11 at least by the end of tonight. And I've only got 1 point. So they're closing that gap real quick. Tanner only got 1 as well. So, I think that this is getting pretty competitive here. Dom's having his first week, not hitting every money line. And I got to give a shout out to Knock because he's 13-1 so far this week. And that's by far the best money line we've seen in a week. So insane. So there's our recap. Now we're up to speed. I wish I could cover all the different games that happened over the last few weeks, but been here, done that. Broncos lost 70-20. That was crazy. But yeah, that was pretty bad. Cowboys lost 42-10. That was nuts. But here we are. So first topic I want to get into today, though, obviously we got the Chiefs fan, we got the Cowboys fan here. So let's talk about how things went while we were out. We'll start with the Chiefs. They just beat the Broncos on Thursday night, and we are 5-1. It's great. I love it, but to be honest, I'm not really sure how I feel about them. It is a new look for the Chiefs, but before I get too far into my opinion, I'm gonna stop going on my tangent. Ross, how are you feeling about the Chiefs, man? Do you believe in them?
It's probably the most uncomfortable 5-1 you could probably be right now. I mean, you're 5-1, but it's like nothing's really clicked. I mean, the defense is playing really well, but the offense still hasn't had, that legendary Chief game. Special teams is you've had some fumbles on special teams that have just been killers. But I mean, you're 5-1, so you can't complain too much. But I don't think you're too comfortable right now. I mean, the division's not great, so you're not worried about that. I mean, you have Miami sitting there for home field, but don't you guys play Miami at some point? That's coming up. Oh, that's
it's coming up, man.
Yeah,
I think it's week 8. Yeah, week 9.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, see what happens the rest of the way, I guess.
Yeah, we'll see, man. I do think it's very interesting to look. We have the best defense I've seen since fucking early Alex Smith days. I mean, we haven't had a. Oh, that's not true. We had one right before Mahomes came in,
Like
but
the Derek Thomas, Muhammad
not
Ali.
Derek.
No, Derek Johnson.
Derek Johnson,
Yeah,
yeah, Derek Johnson, Tamba, Justin Houston, Eric Berry, those guys. It's been a while,
yeah.
and we interestingly like we've got a run game with Pacheco, which is crazy. Like I don't know the last time a Chiefs running back was a top 15 fantasy player. So
Kareem
that's
Hunt,
for what for fucking 3 months
1 year.
before.
No,
No,
his
it
rookie year.
was it
Then wasn't he rookie of the year 2017?
his rookie year got cut short on Thanksgiving break because he had to lie about what he was doing in the hotel.
See, I thought those were
So
two separate years. I thought that was the year after. I didn't realize that was the same year. Damn.
you're going to get me on a tangent, but you know what? We got a lot of Chiefs fans to watch, so let's all suffer together. Let's go ahead and talk about this. So since Mahomes came in as a starter, he.
Oops.
I remember this, man, year by year, dude. So very first year, we lose in the AFC Championship against the Patriots. The only reason I remember that uh, relating to Kareem Hunt is the fact that I think if we have Kareem Hunt, we win a Super Bowl that year. Because we arguably should have been to the Super Bowl anyways. We had a BS slap on the shoulder to Tom Brady as he threw the pick that sealed the game that sent us to the Super Bowl. And they called it back because he got slapped on the shoulder by Chris Jones. That was such bullshit. And the only reason it didn't make more headlines is because the same day the Saints got screwed out of a game by the Rams on the worst PI that was never called. So yeah, I'll never forget that, Ross. He played a very good rookie season up until the end of the season, and then we didn't make Super Bowl. So yeah, sorry Chiefs fans, we had to suffer through that together. But hey, we came back the next year and we beat San Francisco 49ers in the Super Bowl 31-20. And the rest is history. We ain't gonna talk about what happened the next season, but no, dude, I like our team that we have right now, man.
Yeah.
We've got a decent defense. I am worried though. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm concerned on what happens when we play a team like Miami. They look really good right now. They've got a balanced team because their defense is pretty decent too. But their offense obviously is electric, fast. Barring any injuries, man, I think they're the team to beat right now. But we'll get more into that later. I just don't see the Chiefs competing with a team like that yet.
They need a receiver. Like, who's going to step
We need
up?
a receiver.
Just trade for what's his name? He'll be on the block.
Evans?
Nah, they're competing. Who did I just see that's on the trade block? We can come back to it. I'll think of it.
I mean, dude, we could even just use a Mike. I ain't gonna say that because he's injury prone. But Michael Thomas, even we just need somebody because right now we're relying on Kadarius Toney to be the new Tyreek. We got Sky Moore out there, and honestly, I think a few of our guys are playing very well. They're just not getting any play time. Like Rashee Rice ain't bad. We got Justin Ross. He's unproven, I guess you could say. But I think that we've got a couple receivers that, I love the Chiefs. I'm not here to bash anybody, but I think that Sky Moore's had a million chances, bro. He really has. He played all last season. Juju was really the only change that we had there. Now he's been put into the number 2 receiver role, and he can't really compete. I just don't see it, man. Kelsey's gonna have to do it all. Kelsey's out there on a gimp ankle, still getting over 100 yards. Our receivers can't do it. I don't know, man.
I mean, Tennessee's 2-4 right now. They lose next week. D-Hop might be on the table.
I don't want D-Hop. I don't know. I don't know about that. We need.
I mean,
I don't know. We need someone that's going to play big. So I guess that would be. I mean, trust me, I wouldn't be mad if we had Hopkins. I just. I think we need somebody with.
I think he'd be a good mentor for Justin Ross because they're kind of the same type of player. That vertical, big threat. Justin Ross has made amazing catches as you saw in training camp, but he probably needs a little bit of seasoning. You know what I mean? Just a little bit.
Yeah,
I was still a little frat, getting back in the swing of things, but you never know. Some teams could look. I think it's Halloween, so you could lose 2 more games, and you're sitting at 2-5, 2-6 by that time. You're probably not going to do anything. So
Yeah, we'll see, man. I don't know what we'd have to lose to get D Hop. Probably picks, and honestly, man, we're probably gonna need all the picks we can get because right now Chiefs are in a situation where our window, unfortunately, I hope I'm wrong, but in my opinion, I think that the window is closing. I think that we need to win now. If we go out there this season and let's say that we lose in the divisional or the AFC chip, which it's Mahomes, he's gonna make it to at least the AFC chip, right? Knock on wood. Um, hey, I'm just saying he's made it there every single season at least. He's never not made it to the conference.
Do you think the window revolves more around Travis Kelce than anything? Like
No. So I think like he's getting up there too. My
right.
window is actually much shorter than that. Even what I'm thinking is we're about to run out of cap space again. It was great because we got rid of Sammy and then we got rid of Frank Clark. But Chris Jones' situation is troubling. If we want to get him paid, we ain't keeping Snead, and he's arguably the best corner in the league. Not this season, but he's up there.
One of them. Yeah.
He's one of. Trent McDuffie looks great, but I mean, is he going to make up for Snead, or is he just doing well because we also have Snead? It's one of those things where I'm concerned as far as how we're going to be able to pay everybody. They just had to pay Mahomes, and he came out and said that he had to do this to set an example and all that shit.
Yeah.
Hey, man, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. He definitely deserves it, but we're looking tough, bro. Like it's looking tough as far as money goes. So unless we're going to start getting rid of everybody, like Nick Bolton's going to be up for contract before too long. And he's playing lights out. So I just don't see how we keep like our defense is so good right now, but how do we keep those guys? How do we have Chris Jones next year? How do we have Snead?
I don't think Chris is coming back next year. No way.
Right. God forbid Travis starts asking for the money he's worth.
Travis going to marry into money, so he good.
Hey, man, look, Trav need to take a pay cut if he marries into that money. I'm just saying, hey, hold on. I forgot. That is something that changed since we were last on there.
Right.
Taylor Swift is a Chief, and it is crazy. I know Tanner's loving it too, man, because I know he's loving that.
Taylor's a Chief T now. Chief T and Swifties.
Yeah, some people are tired of it, but I'll say this, man. If she can tie the knot and make him just say, you know what, I don't even need a contract. I'll just play for the league minimum. Then we keep Chris Jones.
Shit, he could say, man, I don't even need to play football anymore. I'm just going to be a TV personality. He could walk away in 2 years, 1 year. He could pull a Gronk and be like, nah, I'm done.
Every time he scores a touchdown, he kills the dances. They're just going to start playing Swift and Arrowhead. He's going to start killing it. But I'll tell you this, man. Yeah, when they break up, I'll be listening to that album, bro. Let me tell you, because that's going to be just ridiculous. I'm not even going to get into this stuff I've been seeing online about that because we don't have time. But man, that shit's funny.
The world needs to pray to God that Trav doesn't do anything to screw it up, because if he does, it's gonna be like when Adele got divorced and she came out with all that crap. Man, Taylor Swift with another breakup album.
You don't want the Swifties against you either, bro. Boy. You do not want the Swifties against you. But I'm all here for it as long as we can play well. The thing is, Kelsey's still doing his thing. I'm gonna say probably the most controversial thing that I've ever said on this show, but I hope Kansas City can forgive me. But we gotta just be honest here as football fans. I think that Mahomes got a little too busy this offseason, man. He don't look like he's been studying as much, and if he has, he's just maybe having an off season, and that's great. I'm not mad at the dude. He's done so much for the city. He's done so much for this team. He's my favorite player. The dude balls. But first game, okay, cool. It was pick off Tony's hands, whatever. But like he's thrown a couple ducks too, and he takes responsibility. He'll be patting his chest like, yeah, that's me. I think that they had a sound bite, or like you could see his lips were saying something like, "What the fuck am I doing?" or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So like he takes accountability. It's just it's weird seeing our team like this right now because
Mhm.
he's having arguably his worst season, but our defense is stepping up.
Yeah.
Our run game looks decent. As long as Andy keeps calling run plays, I think we'll be fine. Because I notice a lot of the games we lose, we've got 4 rush attempts.
Mhm. It's funny because you get used to something so much and it just becomes normal. Like you get used to the Mahomes magic, going out, running around, throwing with his left hand, doing the behind the back, doing all the crazy stuff, and it works. It's like literally works every single time. And then this year, you're kind of hitting the nail on the head there. It's a little bit different. He's not making those Mahomes magic plays.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think it would be good just to kind of sit down and get back to, simple football stuff, just doing the basics and then going back up to that. Because I think even probably himself is like, I've made that play 50 times already. Let me just throw the ball up again. And now you're starting to see some more picks run around. I think he had a forced fumble the other day too. Like just getting back, playing some football, not getting too fancy with it, but he's super talented, so he's still going to make those plays. It's just not making them as often because I certainly think a lot of that stuff's luck. Like as an insane of a talent it is, some of it's luck.
I
And
mean, you can call it luck all you want.
yeah,
Like all he needs people to do is catch the damn ball. Like, do
well,
you
yeah,
remember
that too.
watching? Do you remember watching like? I'll never forget watching like the Tampa Bay Super Bowl. This dude literally threw the ball at a 90-degree angle and hit homie in the face, and he fucking dropped it in the
Yep.
end zone. I mean, and we've seen that happen a lot this year. Like I said, he's had a couple bad plays, but I mean, I think I'm seeing these receivers are having a hard time getting a good release too, and I think that's why we're seeing him put up more rushing yards than ever. I think that he's still trying to take over the game. He just
Yeah.
doesn't. Either he doesn't trust or the receivers, or they're just not getting open. They're not always in the camera angle, but
Mm-hmm.
it's tough, man. It's tough seeing the offense in this position. But I will say, I'll end it with one positive note about it: is we know that can be a successful playoff team. If you have a run game and a defense, you were built to win a championship. You just need a decent quarterback. The 49ers did it whenever they played the Chiefs Super Bowl. They didn't get it done because they had a Jimmy G quarterback. But here's the thing. We got Mahomes. And if Mahomes can always play at Alex Smith, Jimmy G level on his worst day,
Yeah.
like he didn't look super great against the Broncos on Thursday. He had 306 yards.
Oh yeah.
So I think they said he had like over 30 attempts, less than 6 feet in the air or something, or 6 yards in the air. Dude was, they're doing what they can. And I think on any given day, he can be the Mahomes of old, as if he's that old. But if he can just manage not to turn the ball over, I think we'll be just fine.
And that Dinkin works for them because they have like 3 guys that just really good yak guys. You have Sky Moore, you have Tony, you have Travis Kelce. Like those guys are going to get you yards after the catch. So, a little whip route, they can come back in underneath after catching it and run for 20. Like that stuff's going to work. That stuff's always going to be there. It's just getting back to the basic pass game, the intermediate of, your 15 to 20 yard strikes. So you probably saw a little bit more when they had like Tyreek and Mecole a little bit on those post routes.
Mm-hmm. Well, ever since Tampa Bay kind of quote unquote exposed us with putting 2 safeties back, they've been playing back more.
Yeah.
So I think that's why we're seeing a lot more of these shorter passes. But I will say, if we continue to win that way, especially that and having a run game, they're going to start stacking that box, and it may open up things that we haven't seen since the Super Bowl season, where he's had a couple tosses up to MVS this season, just hitting them for 30 yards because I don't know. I'm hoping it opens up more plays for us, but the worst thing, I know I said it was going to be one last note, but I have to say this because I just thought about it and it bugs me every time. The play calling has to get better too. I think that it's good at a lot of levels, but like some of these fucking trick plays that we got going on in the weirdest of times, maybe it was because we were playing the Broncos and they're like, hey, we got this. Let's keep it close, make it a good game, but we're also going to hike the ball directly to Kadarius Toney. Or was it? No, it wasn't even to Tony. It was to McKinnon. who pitched it to Tony, who
Oh,
then threw a pass.
yeah. Just
um,
unnecessary sometimes.
yeah, like they get a little too fancy with it, which like is cool, have fun, man. But like, I'd like to see us put up some points, man. I
I mean,
really
it's cool
would.
when it works, though.
It is. I will say, man, we're in a spoiled place as Chiefs fans, bro. I remember I used
Very
to be
spoiled.
happy when if we went 500, I was happy. We make a playoff, even if we lose in the wild card, I'll be like, hey, we did it this year. Good job, Jamal. You know, that was how it used to be. And now I'm like, where are the points? But anyway, we already been on this topic for 20 minutes, so I'm gonna move on, man. Let's move over to your Cowboys, dude. How are you feeling? Just to recap, they did win a game while we were out, but they also lost to Arizona and San Francisco. One of those isn't as bad as the other. You pick, but how are you feeling as a Cowboys fan? Are you confident in a Super Bowl run from this team?
I mean, so I wanna try to answer your question, which one's worse than the other, because you look at it one way, you don't want to get blown out to a team like Arizona. The flip side of that game is like you see like today or yesterday, Philly can get beat. Anybody can get beat on any given day. But you have aspirations to go win a Super Bowl, and one of the teams you have to go play is San Francisco, and you get blown out by San Francisco. So is it worse to get blown out by a team you have to run through, or is it worse to lose to a team that is not really that relevant in that process? I personally think the San Francisco game in the long run will be an easier or easier loss to overcome. So I think what you have to reach, and you'll get to that point and play up to that level next time. But it's still kind of disheartening to see their performance in that game. It was just tough. And then they just laid an egg against Arizona. I don't, every team has that trap game every now and then, but I don't know. I wish they looked better against San Francisco. It's just you went into the game, same aspirations, same level of expectation, and they didn't play up to it. So, and a classic, probably more of your like 2010s, 2015 Dallas Cowboys, where you get that high expectation with Tony Romo, Des Bryant, and it's like, oh, we just lost to the 0-5 Chicago Bears or whoever it may be. Like, just one of those that's like, okay, come on, let's figure it out and not lose to those types of teams. But it is what it is. As far as Super Bowl run, let's get the playoffs first. Let's try to slow down Philly, win in Philly, and then we'll see what happens. I think expectations have to be lowered a little bit, but
Philly ain't looking all that great this season either, man.
Jalen Hurts, same type of game that Dak gets flamed for. He gets flamed for a 1 touchdown, 3 interception game. Okay, go flame Mr. Hurts over there. Right, get off my man. That's all I gotta say.
Get off Dak?
Yeah, get off Dak. Anybody can have a bad game. End of story. Logging off.
I agree. Anybody can have a bad game. How many games? How many games have been bad for Dak as opposed to Hurts? Like, I agree, Hurts had a bad week, but don't put him on the same level, bro. You know better than that. How many Super Bowls has Dak been to? How many playoff games has Dak won? How many MVP? How many times has he been in a running for MVP? His first season?
Twice. Well, he threw for 4,900.
What was it? I think it was his like 4th season.
Yeah, he the year he almost threw for 5,000. I think that in his rookie year, but I mean, same amount of years.
He just threw into quadruple coverage too. Sorry, like I said, this
live
game.
Holding though, come on.
I don't know if I'm ahead of you or not, so I'll try not to give it away live here.
I think I saw the replay, and you talked about a replay, so it's like.
Oh, he got to catch that though. That was actually a pretty good pass by Dak. I got to give him that.
I'm gonna clip that right there.
That's all. That is holding.
Yeah,
that was a good pass.
Hugging on that back of that jersey.
No, I mean, dude, he's still a starting quarterback in the NFL. He's not like a garbage quarterback. I think that the caliber team that the Cowboys could be if they had a better quarterback.
I mean, they're a poor man's Kansas City Chiefs with a better defense right now.
I'm just saying, I think that
I
the
mean, that's
Cowboys, this is just my opinion, because they are different types of players than what I'm about to say to you. Different types of players. Because the guy I'm about to tell you about didn't ever throw picks. But I think that you guys are in the same position as the Chiefs were with Alex Smith. And I'll tell you why. You got all these other weapons on the offense. You got a great defense. You can make the playoffs.
Yep.
But when it comes down to it, the quarterback, like how many winning teams in the Super Bowl in recent 20 years has had a quarterback that didn't make a play? You know what I mean? Like, you can game manage for sure. Jimmy G made it to a Super Bowl managing games. But when was the last time a quarterback won a Super Bowl that didn't make a play? Like, make a big fucking difference. Alex Smith couldn't ever do that. And I just feel like Dak hasn't been able to do that since his first 4 seasons. You know, like, he came out hot in the league. I will say that. Like,
Yeah.
he started off looking really good. But I think this last few years, he's just taken a step back, and he's had a few injuries. I know it's hard to come back from some of those things. Like, fuck, I got a rod put in my leg. I can't imagine trying to go out there and try to run on this shit. But,
Yeah. I mean,
you
you
make a
know
lot of
what
fuck money.
you know what they were in the first 4 years of his career, though, right? They were the number one rushing offense in the NFL for 4 years. Probably, I think it probably been 4 or 5 years, to be honest with you. I mean, Zeke led the league in yards and carries for 5 years or however many years it was. They ran the ball really well. Probably one of the greatest offensive lines ever to grace the field. Yeah, just from like a grading standpoint and production. They're not that team anymore. They morphed into, the team that Alex Smith was at the back end of his Chiefs career. A little bit more of a pass first kind of approach. But we've seen him make plays. We've seen him game winning drives. He's put up great numbers before, so the capability is there. It's just getting it together at some point. That the coaching hasn't been great as well. I mean, Mike McCarthy, I
Mike
don't,
McCarthy, bro.
yeah, I don't, he hasn't shown anything yet. He might get outdueled by his old OC tonight and Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore put up numbers at Dallas, but I don't
I
know.
think I
Just
think
lack of
like
scheming.
Dak does pretty well in a lot of his games. The problem with it, I think, is when it gets down to crunch time. Like, the Cowboys don't frequently get blown out or anything. I think their problem is that, you know, he's not a 2 minute drill kind of guy. Like, he's just not. We saw it in the playoffs a couple years ago where this dude with, like, he just didn't have that awareness to know that you have no timeouts. You can't go fucking running up the field for the first down because it means nothing. The game's over. You know what I mean? We were just talking about the San Francisco game. It actually was kind of a game. Like, it wasn't that out of reach, but he came out and threw 3 picks on 3 straight drives in the second half. And I don't know. I think he's just not that dude when he's got that pressure to, like, you have to score here or it's over. That's just not the dude I want to put in. But I think he's definitely good. When they stay up, they can run the ball.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I still, like I said, I don't think he's the worst quarterback in this league starting right now. But I do think he's got this is contract year,
Ooh,
right?
ooh, incomplete pass. Sorry.
Isn't this contract year?
Yeah. Why do I feel like it's not necessarily considered a contract? I think he has
Is
two.
it a 1 year option or
Maybe,
something?
maybe he has a 1 year option coming out. That's actually a very good question. One second.
Dude, was that Eckler? Just got fucking
Yeah,
rocked.
he got rocked at the beginning of the game. If you saw the fight, he got rocked by Dante Fowler,
Damn.
like when they were
Yeah.
fighting.
So you want to talk about a 2 minute drill quarterback? Let's watch this. even though he's a division rival. Justin Herbert, 2:18 on the clock, second down. You're within your own 10-yard line. All
Mm,
right. Watch this dude go down here and make a play.
mm.
I think that's just the difference, man. I think Dak's window is just kind of getting past him, especially with the injuries and stuff, man. He's a very likable dude, though, off
Yeah,
the court,
that's kind of the other thing.
off the
I
field.
wish.
Definitely like the. That's what I'm talking about. That's
Yeah, I wish
that.
they.
See that?
I know. Yeah, I wish Dak could still use his legs like he used to. That was the one thing he could help neutralize a lot of things. Uh, like what we saw earlier in the game, could pull that ball and run for 15 yards for a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of stuff he hasn't been able to do lately, which has hurt. I mean, he's still a very mobile quarterback, but not as dynamic as a runner as he used to be for sure.
Yeah. I mean, if he can if they can extend drives and just get the defense some rest, dude. I mean, you guys have
Yeah,
one of, if not the best defense in the league. Like I know you guys lost Diggs, but I mean, Micah Parsons is the best defensive player in the league right now.
that's another thing that's like kind of concerning right now. I think they're missing Diggs a little bit based on their performances. I think that as much as he gives up big plays sometimes, I wonder if what he brings to that locker room and brings that defense is kind of catching up with him a little bit. Like there's just something lost in that secondary right now.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, it's kind of weird to see it the way it's been going this year because I feel like the Cowboys are always a very like start strong team, and they kind of like this. You start seeing these kind of performances near the end of the year for them. Like,
Yeah,
it's very common that they start undefeated for the first 5-6 weeks, no matter who they're playing, which is crazy. They always will get you believing in them in the first 5 weeks, but I don't know, man. I am a believer, like I said about the Chiefs, I'm a believer in good defense and a run game. If they can continue to do that and manage the clock better, Mike McCarthy can give them some decent plays, maybe not put so much pressure on Dak. I do think they could make a run. I just, like I said, I don't think whenever you're in a you must pass situation and the defense knows it,
yeah.
I don't know if he's that guy to make a play. You know what I mean? Dude's got mad heart, likable dude, but
And right now the NFC's putting up points too. Like Philly can drop a 35-40 on you. Detroit can drop a 35-40 game on you. Tampa, not really. San Francisco's going to put up 40. Heck, Seattle
they
could.
could. They
Seattle
could,
could come
bro.
out and start scoring points.
They put up 42 on y'all.
Right. Like, I mean, you're
I'm
gonna
sorry.
got to score points. If the defense isn't there, you're gonna have to score, 6 to 7 touchdowns a game. But
How many points against are the Cowboys averaging right now? Because
oh
I know it got probably thrown off a little bit with San Francisco because that one just 3 picks and 3 straight drives. That defense was tired as hell.
yeah.
They were giving up ass. At the
So
end of the
right
game.
now they have 134 points for, and then 83 points against. So they have a plus 51
Oh wow,
differential.
wow.
Yeah.
80, only 83 in 5 games is pretty good.
Yeah, because I mean, you think what they did, they gave up 0 to New York the first game, 10 to the Jets, and then only gave up 28, and then beat New England 38-3. So those first 4 games, they only gave up, what is that, 41 points, and then 42 again.
And I feel like they lost to Arizona just because they were feeling themselves and they went in cocky. Like
They
that,
might,
and
yeah,
I think that's the same thing that happened to San Francisco yesterday against the Browns. The Browns didn't even have Deshaun in, and they were like, "Oh, we about to come in here and mollywop these fools," and fucked around and lost. You know,
yeah.
I think
I know why, and we've gone on to the conversation. We've had this conversation about the type of coach that is going to coach for the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, we've seen it time and time again. Bill Parcells, Wade Phillips, who was the last coach? Jason Garrett, and now Mike McCarthy. There's a certain type of coach that coaches for the Dallas Cowboys. I would love for somebody like Dan Campbell to coach the Dallas Cowboys. If Dan Campbell was coaching the Dallas Cowboys, they'd be winning lots of games. Lots of games. Just that type of person. Heck, Dan Quinn coached the Atlanta Falcons when they went to the Super Bowl, and they lost, obviously. But that team had swag, had thumpers on defense, same thing he did in Seattle. Seattle went to the Super Bowl. How many times with Dan Quinn as the DC? That type of person that brings that mentality, I think, coaches better in the NFL than the Bill Belichick's of the world. Like he's going to wear his freaking cutoff hoodie. He don't care about anything special. Just play ball, and that's all you need to do. But
hey, I'm not gonna lie. I was giving this man high praise, Herbert, and come out here and miss 2 passes in a row right here, though.
I'm about to watch the replay on this one. I got on a tangent. Missed.
Oh, and a holding call.
Oh, yeah, free my boy Micah. Look at that. They got to hold him every play. Practically choking him on his neck. Free my man.
Pretty much, man. No, dude. The Cowboys are one step away, bro. They really are. But I agree. I think coaching has a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
Why am I spacing on his name, dude? That was there a million years. Got replaced by Mike McCarthy.
Jason Garrett.
Jason Garrett. Thank you. I don't know why the hell I couldn't think of his name. I don't think he was the problem.
Way better commentator than coach. But
yeah,
he wasn't that great, though.
He wasn't I'm just saying, though, like, are they much better, though? Like, they seem to me, outside of the defense, to be the same team. If not,
well, no,
worse.
Because they're going to be a different team because when Jason Garrett was there, they had Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore was with Mike McCarthy the very first year, and now Kellen Moore's gone. Now it's all Mike.
It might have been Kellen Moore.
Yeah, it very well could have been. But the thing that made them really special is they could run the ball. They could run the San Francisco offense of running ends arounds, short little 5-yard routes. Their screen game, when they were hot, that screen game was best in the league. Every time. Zeke 50-yard receptions on the screens all the time. But they stopped doing that crap.
All right. What I want to know is this, and this is a bit old news, but who dialed up the play with Zeke playing center? Who did it? Was that Mike McCarthy?
Probably.
Fire his ass right now. Fire his ass right now. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Micah is carrying his coaching career like Tom carried Bill. Y'all need to just get Mike out of there, bro. Y'all just gotta get Mike out of there for real.
Bro, did you see the replay of Zeke's 74-yard touchdown and it got called back? Bro, he busted one for the first time in like 5 years and it got called back.
Oh, I'd be livid.
I'd be so hot.
I'd be livid, man. Like, poor Zeke, bro. I wonder how he likes being in New England just on a personal level. Especially with them being like what, they're 1-5 now.
No way he likes living in Boston. He went from prime time, D-town, downtown Dallas, partying, clubbing, to Boston, Massachusetts. I just butchered that, but
I know what you meant there.
No.
It's different, bro.
No way.
Oh man!
Although I will say he did play with the same type of coach, Bill Belichick, and he was with Urban Meyer when Urban was at Ohio State. So same type of coach. So maybe he can work with Bill a little bit. That's the other thing. I think we
just fucked up a slant route. My bad. I just had.
No, you're fine. I'm what was I about to say? Oh, yeah. We talked about this last week. I didn't get to say it because I wanted this to be in the internet, and it's gonna get said. Surprise of the year, Bill Belichick's gonna get fired. Watch it happen. 3 weeks. In 3 weeks at least. That team's horrible, man. What are they doing at quarterback? What are they doing? He's gotta go. Gotta go. Maybe Tom Brady will be the GOAT forever. I mean, my man's won.
You're onto something, bro.
My man's won what, 9 Super Bowls or something, like, and now Bill Belichick can't even win 9 games without Tom Brady. Like,
not even 7, bro. That's 7 rings, 7 games. Get 7, bro. No, that is a surprise, but like, I have to agree with you, bro. That like they'll never fire him, like, and humiliate him or anything like that. They won't make that headline, but I could see them walking into his office one day, private, Robert Kraft, just being like, "Hey, man,
Yeah, it's time to go. Let me.
I think you should step down and just like move on. And then they're gonna try to shoot an offer to Tom Brady to coach. He's gonna say no. Uh,
No way that man coach. Who is? They were saying somebody was going to come down from the broadcast booth to coach. I can't remember who it was that was getting looks.
oh
Um,
yeah, I know. I heard about that too. Who the fuck was it?
yeah, who brought? We talked
Oh,
about it too because
this is gonna kill me. Who was it in the broadcast booth?
yeah, I'm trying to think who
It
had
wasn't
been.
a player.
No, it was an NFL guy. Oh, today the Broncos might bring back Rex Ryan. That's not who I was thinking of, but that was another thing I saw today.
Broncos to bring in Rex Ryan. Huh?
Bro, so stupid. Oh, Elway needs to just give up running a team. If he brings in Rex Ryan, bro.
Man, dude, they need all the help. Ooh,
Hey, oh,
that was the flag. That was a late flag when it came out.
damn.
They just hit the shit out of your boy Ferguson. They're gonna say it was targeting or something. It looked pretty.
Was that Derwin too? Ooh, yeah.
Oh man. Ugh. Ooh, check that man's neck. That shit didn't look fun. He popped up though. Nah, man. I'm not even mad at that, dude. You want to bring in Rex Ryan, bro? Like, y'all need all the help you can fucking get right now.
Yeah.
It's better than what, like, dude, these guys ran Vance Joseph out of town. I was hearing some terrible stuff from Broncos fans that I'm not even going to repeat on here about Vance Joseph because it's a little. I'm sure they do the same thing in Boston. I'll just leave it at that. But they ran Vance Joseph out of town, and then they brought him back as a defensive coordinator. And they thought that was going to help.
Raiders going to fire the coach too. Bro, he got to go too.
I mean, they just beat Bill.
Yeah, but
Jimmy G out with a back injury, though. They might be putting in the new guy.
hey, you want to talk about a wide receiver that might be available? You'd give what would you give up for him? Let's talk about it. Let's that's the question. What do you give up for
what? 33-year-old Devontae Adams?
Bro?
Isn't he 33?
I mean, he could be I mean, yeah.
He's probably not 33. He's probably 30, 31. I don't know. He might be.
Well, let's look at that. Adams. He's got to be like the first one to come up. Yep.
Yeah, I guess we do have access to internet.
He's 30 years old right now.
He's 30.
He's 30. And probably still a top 5 receiver in the game. 2 first.
He got fucking rocked yesterday, by the way. Anyone watching this, if you didn't see it, look up Devontae Adams getting rocked in the Patriots game. He got schmackled.
It was
schmackled. Hey, you know what? It's only because of the targeting call, but I'll give you this, Ross. Cowboys went down there and did a 1-minute drill. They about to get a field goal. So
yeah, I wanted a touchdown, though. Man.
Yeah, me too. I've been sitting here waiting to drink. Can I take a shot off a field goal?
Yeah, they scored. That's points.
Well, let's see. They haven't kicked it on my screen yet. They're over there talking about something.
Bro, I'm going to be so hot if they miss.
I should have subtitles on. They're trying to figure out where the ball going or something. What's going on? We're at 3 seconds left in the first half.
Wait.
And the refs don't know what the hell they're doing.
Did you take a shot for the first touchdown?
We weren't on the air yet.
We weren't on the air, were we?
Damn. But I'm about to go ahead and do it because when I got on, I told you you will not see me drink today because Cowboys won't score, and here we are, 35 minutes or 45 minutes into this.
Hold it up.
All right, cool. That's one. Some good old Terramana.
Just one. Is that the same bottle, or is that a new bottle?
Same bottle from when?
Dom's bachelor party. I know, I'm just messing.
It's definitely not that one, but I will say I've had this bitch for a long time. I don't drink like that because, I only usually drink when the Cowboys score, so.
I mean, it hasn't been very often.
Nah, I'm joking.
Unless
hey,
Unless we're
Cheers.
playing
Your
the
boys your boys are up going into halftime. Good job. Now you can see the ick face.
money line. Nah, you flinched a little bit. I saw it. We got it on camera.
There's more from this tin from this fucking
Yeah, what is that? A little Harry Potter goblet or something?
No, this is from Venice. It's like
Okay.
a little chalice.
You put vampires
Like good
put
old
blood in it.
from Italy. Nah, man. Anyways, I guess since you got your surprise was the Patriots and Bill Belichick.
Well, what's yours? Hot take time. Let's go.
My biggest surprise this season.
Damn, I kind of.
I got one.
Oh boy.
I'll never not take a chance to do this.
Wait. Can I take 3 guesses?
Oh, you'll get it, for sure.
Okay. Something with Russell Wilson and the Broncos. Is that not
all right? Guess what my other one I was thinking was.
Damn.
Because it was definitely the Broncos. Here, I'll just make it quick and easy.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then I'm gonna actually do a real surprise. I am fucking surprised that you Broncos fans keep believing in these Broncos, man. Y'all were on the hype train all off season again. Oh, well, Sean Payton's coming in. That's going to change everything. Drew Brees didn't carry him his whole career. We're going to ball out.
Fire
Sean
sale.
Payton. Sean Payton comes in, and what happens? He comes in. He starts talking smack, saying Nathaniel Hackett did arguably the worst coaching job in history of the NFL.
So bad to say too.
Then, now look at them. They are 1-5. The one game that they won was against the fucking Bears, who can't get out of their own way, and they barely won that game.
The Bears.
So they're 1-5, which is on pace to be worse than Nathaniel Hackett's Broncos team. And you got the same personnel.
Yeah, and he hates having those guys. Did you see his comment? He was like, "Yeah, I have these guys.
They've got a problem, bro.
Yeah,
they got what was it? Garrett Bowles, I think, comes out and he was talking about people and like people are just not feeling all that great.
Yeah,
people need to want to win more. Like, man,
they're about to fire sale the whole organization. Judy's gone. Sutton's gone.
They got to do it all. But I'm gonna give y'all a brief history lesson. Since this week was a holiday, the Chiefs played the Broncos, meaning it's a free Chiefs win. We get 2 of those every season. You know, they say the refs are on our side. It's actually the Broncos. But you know, so
Broncos got money line.
Yeah, we're gonna just do a brief history lesson. You know, things that did not exist last time that the Broncos beat the Chiefs. TikTok, anything past the iPhone 7, AirPods didn't exist. My soon-to-be 8-year-old child didn't exist. Wasn't a thought.
Fortnite didn't exist.
Fortnite didn't exist. Whatever cell phone you're using right now, nope, wasn't there. Like pretty much everything, you know. Fucking was MySpace still popular? I don't know. It's been a fat minute. I can't even remember anymore, bro. It's ridiculous, man. Like most of y'all wasn't even out of high school or graduated from college yet. Like it's been a minute. What? So September? I think it was September 17th of 2015. Like it's been a fat minute, guys. It's been a fat minute. So last time y'all beat us, like shit, I was in my teens. I wasn't even in my 20s yet. I'm about to be 30.
Shit would be what, 19?
Yep.
Sheesh. Getting old, folks.
Yeah, man. Yeah, last what didn't exist? The metal in my leg from Ross throwing Dak Prescott type throws. Oh yeah, I'm letting the internet know about that, Ross. It's just you and me here, but everyone hearing it, bro.
We're going.
Oh, that's a good one. No. But no, dude, it's that shouldn't even be a surprise, bro. I just like to take shots at the Broncos because, again, when I moved here, Chiefs went 2-14, and y'all had Tebow time rolling, and y'all wanted to give me shit for wearing hoodies like this to school. Well, guess what, guys? Who's getting the last laugh? Y'all about to sell the whole organization. Y'all need to move the team to Oklahoma City or something. Just go ahead and go know your role. Go sit over there. But nah, man, a real surprise of mine is going to be. Some people may have seen it coming. I didn't see it coming.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna clown myself now that I roasted the Broncos. Man, I really did think those Vikings were gonna be a little bit better, man.
I knew it. I wasn't gonna let it go past. Yeah, bro.
I thought they was gonna be a little bit better, bro. I thought they would be a little better. Bro. But no, man, those Vikings are fucking horrendous. And now JJ is out until at least week 11. I think that honestly, we're starting a trend here where the team I pick just like shits the bed on the season. Because last year I had the Colts going 14-3. This year I went Vikings 14-3. Maybe it's part of the script and I'm just trying to make y'all laugh. Maybe I'm just terrible at guessing these teams. Maybe I have something to do with it. I don't know. But the Vikings ain't doing so hot. And I think Kirk – hey, I'll tell you right now. Kirk's on a contract year. I think the Cowboys should go pick him up. I'm not even playing with you, though. I'm dead. Dude, no. Listen, I'm dead ass. I am dead ass.
I got to turn my camera off for that one.
Dude, no. Listen to me. If Kirk Cousins,
what is bum ass?
No, this isn't to troll you, bro. I'm being fucking dead serious. If Kirk Cousins, like, let's, everything in your mind that thinks I'm trying to troll you right now, get it out because I want to have a serious conversation about this. Do you or do you not think that if Kirk Cousins, you can come off mute. If Kirk Cousins went to the Cowboys with the way that they have become a pass-first team, like you said, they're not running the ball like that. Do you or do you not think he would do better?
No, because we had the same conversation like 2 weeks ago where they're basically the same player.
You're saying stats from them being on two different teams. I'm saying the offense that you guys have with that defense, do you think if you insert Kirk and give him somebody similar, like you tried to justify that CD was on a similar level to JJ, you got CD, but now you got CD, you got all these other weapons. Do you think that he could do at least a little bit better? I'm not saying makes him a Super Bowl contender, but the man averages 40 fucking attempts a game. Like, do you not think he'd be better than Dak?
No.
I'm going to put this on a poll on TikTok. So let's go ahead. I'm going to cut that to where it looks good for TikTok, but no. I want to know.
No.
Why not? Because you think they're the same? Do you think that he would do similar? You think that it would just leave you guys where you are right now?
I mean, that's probably the more likely solution or outcome, whatever you want to call it. I think that's the more likely one. I don't think Kirk comes in as just better with Mike McCarthy and CeeDee Lamb and Tony Pollard. No.
I tell you right now, bro, with that defense to help, I think that they do. I think it easily makes a 2 to 3 regular season game impact off rip. I'm not going to sit here and say Kirk's going to take him to a Super Bowl. I'm not going to say he's going to become the playoff dude. But, I mean, this dude, Kirk, went 14-3 or 13-4 last year with the Vikings, and they didn't have nearly as good a defense as the Cowboys do. He kept his turnovers at a lower rate than he's had in the past because he's also known to throw picks like Dak, but he's been keeping them down. I hope to God it happens. And when it does, Ross, I'm buying both of us a Cousins jersey, dog. We gonna both be in this bitch with a Cousins jersey. That'll be the day I root for the fucking Cowboys. Be over here doing this the whole time, watching you over there.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna trade in that 82 for a number 8, my boy. It's gonna just be Kurt out there dealing.
Fine, I'll get a number 8 jersey, a Dallas Cowboy number 8 jersey. Get it custom with Cousins on the back.
He
Not
won't have to be custom because he might end up there. I'm
he's not
telling
going
you,
to
bro.
end up. No, they're logically it just can't happen. I think it literally probably could
I
not.
think it could. I think it could.
I mean, they probably have honestly, without looking at it, they probably have fairly similar contracts because isn't Kirk the Kirk
Kirk's getting paid. Kirk's getting paid right now for real. But if he has that step back this season, which it looks like that could happen, let's say Dak improves a little bit, but they don't want to pay him. I could see them taking Kirk on a lower deal to save money. Um, but you're right; it's probably not as likely. I think Kirk would fit into some other schemes very well. The thing is, though, that he does get paid very well.
Well,
Excuse me.
Kirk's current deal averages 35 mil. Dak's averages 40 a year. So Dak actually makes more.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I'm just saying like it's not like I feel like it's not enough of a difference for them to move on from Dak to bring in Kirk. You know what I
You know
mean?
who it's actually an interesting question is which team does Kirk maybe fit in better with? And I think I don't know what it is about this team. I was very high on them. They're obviously not doing very they lost their top running back. But Cleveland, like the same type of play action, run the ball,
That's
run the
impossible.
rock. I mean, Amari Cooper's playing like Amari Cooper.
But it's impossible because they already are committed to Deshaun on
I
like a
know, but
fully guaranteed deal.
that's what I'm saying. Though is that's the type of system Kirk thrives in. They were really good when Dalvin Cook was running for 1,500 yards. Um, but
I'm trying to. Okay, so this actually a fun question.
yeah,
So
I like this
let's
one.
find potential landing spots for both Dak and Kirk. Neither can be Cowboys or Vikings.
I'm
Like what makes sense? Let's say they sign for same deal they got right now.
ooh ooh, I got one. Washington,
For
Washington.
for
Oh, I don't know. I'm looking at potential landing spots. Washington.
Dak or Kirk.
Oh, Kirk. Dak
Kirk.
isn't getting traded. Kirk could probably get
No, but
traded.
let's like I said, let's say Cowboys move on from Dak.
Hmm. Okay.
What scheme? Where does he land? And keep in
That
consideration what quarterback they have, what deals, that kind of stuff. Like that's why I'm going to say like Cleveland. Sure, the scheme fits, but they can't move on from Watson right now. Like they can't.
um, Atlanta, like
Desmond
that.
Ritter,
I mean, but
he's playing all
that's
right.
yeah, he's not playing bad, but it
He's
doesn't
cheaper.
matter.
He's just cheap. That's the
He's
thing.
very
He's
cheap.
cheap.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
But
the only
they're
reason I won't say like who was I just thinking? San Francisco, because they got Purdy. He's doing fine and he's cheap as shit.
yeah.
Or else I would say put either
I
of
mean,
them there.
Dak wouldn't get traded to a team like Arizona or Carolina, obviously. Denver, no.
I mean, they could
Houston, no.
honestly. They could
Indy,
fucking use them
no.
in Carolina.
Tennessee, I don't think so. I mean, there's not New England, the
New
Jet.
England would take either of them if they could. Dak, I don't think Dak fits in as well there because for whatever reason, Bill has never done well with a running quarterback. I think Kirk would be a great fit in New England, honestly. But
I
he
mean,
wouldn't have the receivers, and they would still be shit. But
yeah, that's true. They don't have anybody. I mean, there's not a
yeah, like
lot
they
of.
would still be garbage if they didn't have Aaron Rodgers on deal. I would say either of them could go to the Jets.
Yeah, I
Steelers,
would.
honestly, Steelers could use Dak or Kirk. I'd say Dak probably fit that scheme pretty well. I think Tomlin could do some work with him.
Yeah, I think Dak would probably fit in better in Pittsburgh than Kirk would, to
Yeah,
be honest with you.
yeah, I
Just
like
out
that.
of that type of locker room, just I don't think Kirk's the guy.
No, Kirk needs a good. Kirk needs a.
Kirk needs
He likes
Washington.
to throw the rock. No, he likes to throw the rock. I would
Yeah,
say he. Honestly, put Kirk in there with Eric Bieniemy in Washington. I bet you he would do some work. He'd put Scary Terry on the mat for real.
yeah. I mean, they have Terry, they have Brian Robinson. Like that's not a bad team. The defense is loaded with talent. Washington wouldn't be. I mean, that's a coming home for Kirk. Like he started his career in Washington. RG3 gets hurt, and here Kirk is.
I don't see him
Um,
doing it, but yeah. Dude,
Well,
honestly, I can't stop thinking of the Cowboys for Cousins though, bro. I really do think that
it
would just,
doesn't. No.
dude, it would change the game, bro. I'm telling you,
So
I hope it happens, and you better hope it happens too, so they can make a Super Bowl. Because with Dak behind center, bro, it's just not happening, and you and I both know that it's not happening.
Okay, so we're getting into the hypotheticals of the podcast now of like what happened.
That's where we get after minute 45.
Okay, so what's the next step for the Dallas Cowboys in the quarterback situation? You get rid of Dak. You're gonna be
Switch out Trey Lance.
say you're well, okay.
Unless you trade or draft, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Those they're not going to go out. Who's going to be a free agent quarterback that they can sign? There's not typically not going to be somebody like that ever. You're going to have to draft a quarterback. Well, the problem with drafting a quarterback is right now you're sitting at 3-2. Say you end 500. That's going to get you maybe into the high teens, early 20s.
And they'll be better than that.
Yeah, and I mean, and it's not the greatest of spots to draft a quarterback. This year, however, if you're going to draft a quarterback in the first round, this is where I love college football, so I'm going to talk about it real quick. If you want to draft a quarterback, this year's the fucking year to do it. Name off the names. Drake May, Caleb Williams, the Penix Jr. kid. I'm all on board. I'm Team Penix for the Dallas Cowboys. Shadur Sanders, Bo Nix. I mean, the whole top 20 of blue chip teams all have a quarterback. It's ridiculous. Draft a quarterback this year. I guarantee you will not fail. Just saying.
I don't hate the take.
But I mean,
oh, you know what I just thought about?
Jordan Travis, Quinn Ewers.
I just fucking thought about it. I know where Dak should go. Where he belongs.
Please don't say the broadcast booth.
No, it's a team. It's quarterback position.
Chicago?
Denver.
I mean, okay.
Tell me it's a bad idea. They already paying the shit out of Russell, and they hate him.
But here's the other thing you're on the two. He's kind of the same player as Russ, if I'm being honest.
But he's better than Russ right
now.
But no, I mainly I was just taking a shot
better
Dak because fuck the Broncos, right? But
yeah.
I think for Sean Payton, honestly, Kirk probably fits better, if we're being honest.
Yeah, I mean,
because Kirk's more of a pocket passer guy, like he had with Drew, you know.
Bro, Sean Payton's comment is, "We have to be better at throwing the ball." And I think any other quarterback, it would rub them the wrong way. But Russ is such a good old boy. He's like, "Okay, I'm gonna do better." Like, just
best thing Russ brought to Denver was Sierra.
And Broncos country. Let's ride.
Dude, let's ride is the funniest shit.
One of the best memes ever.
That is true. I actually like Russ on a personal level. I feel bad for dude though, because he isn't playing super great, and they are giving him the business out here, dude. They really are. They ain't happy with that guy. Raiders need a quarterback. Raiders could use either of them. You know, it's crazy how this division was supposed to be so stacked at QB, and Russ has just been a total fail, and now we got Jimmy G on the Raiders. Like, I don't know. I don't hate that move for the Broncos taking either of them though. Dak or Kirk.
How much does Derek Carr hate being in New Orleans right now compared to the Raiders?
Oh, I bet you he loves it.
Really?
I mean, dude, the Raiders did him so dirty, and he's actually making the Saints better. He's not bad, bro. Like
Saints with Kamara. Kamara looks good. I'm telling you, man. I wish I would have got him in fantasy so much.
Yeah, I wish Jamal Williams went on IR for me in the first few weeks. Dude, I'm so
Oh,
stacked at running back right now, but I was able to snag Saquon. So
bro, all
uh,
these freaking injuries right now. Achant,
the Giants could use somebody, but they just paid Daniel Jones, and they don't have anybody at receiver. Name three fucking. Oh well, actually, they're division rival for you. You might be able to name three
yeah,
receivers
I
for the
was like, I could
Giants.
probably rattle off Sterling Shepard, Darius Slayton, and Wandale Robinson.
Dude, Sterling Shepard and Darius Slayton have been just like ride or die receivers for that mediocre ass team for so long. Kudos to those guys, honestly.
Bro, Sterling Shepard was around, I think, when like Victor Cruz was doing really well. Do you remember Victor Cruz?
Dude, he's got to be at least 32 at this point. Like that guy's been around
Well, that's what I'm
since
saying. Sterling
like
Shepard's not no spring chicken anymore. He's been around. Um, but
pretty sure he
because
was around when we were in high school, bro. Like
I'm pretty sure he was in the same like. I even think Brandon Marshall was still on the Giants at that time. Like Sterling Shepard, Brandon
that's a long
Marshall.
time.
That was a long time ago. But New York does need a quarter. They need a lot of things, actually. I think if they could
I'm
get a decent receiver and a decent like upgrade to that offensive line is trash. This guy, Justin Pugh, literally said straight off the couch in his intro on the screen. Did you see that?
Bro, that shit was so funny.
And this,
I'm mad that I just now remember that because I was gonna start the podcast on with that. I was gonna intro and say straight off the couch. It's your boy Johnny's.
hey, straight off the couch. We in here.
That shit's so funny, bro.
Oh my god. Yeah, and what's even worse is he's in left guard that they had to play at left tackle, and you could see this man was basically perpendicular or parallel, excuse me, parallel to the line of scrimmage, trying to pass set, and I'm like, what is happening right now?
Yeah, dude,
They're a
Giants
mess,
are in
too.
trouble. Hey, to that dude on our TikTok who was talking shit in the comments saying, "Oh, you crazy as hell? How the Giants gonna go pay
Yeah,
all these
where are you
people
at?
just to get worse? Where the fuck are you at, bro?
I
Giants are
don't know.
fucking boo boo. They're them. It's them, the Bears, and the Broncos,
Pop his ass, man.
and the Cardinals. But they
Man,
beat the Cowboys at least.
why do we make so many rules that favor the quarterback? Why do we do that?
Oh, dude, we have so many rules that favor the quarterback.
Makes
That's why that's why I made a point to you a couple episodes ago that we need to make sure that those fumbles through the end zone are touchbacks.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. But like,
Yeah.
okay, I don't know where you stand on this whole thing. That brings up another rule change that I'm kind of in favor for, and I've bitched about it before. Get rid of the freaking tush push. Get rid of it. Don't like, bro. I get it. If you can do it, stop us. But that's not freaking football. It's not.
It is though. That's how
Oh,
it started. That's how it started, bro.
I
Go watch Super Bowl 1.
go play rugby in New Zealand if you want to do that crap.
Go watch Super Bowl number 1. I'm for real.
It takes
Chiefs Packers.
out of the game, man. You're telling me you'd rather watch a tush push than a Philly at the 1 yard line?
If I'm a Philly fan,
Oh, hey, Philly worked too.
it worked once, but look, like
I know, but
it's a play that
just
you cannot run that every down. It's not a guaranteed 3 yards, which would be able to push you all the way up the field. And like you said, stop us. We've seen a lot of QB sneak tush pushes that get stopped.
yeah, but this is different from I'm trying to think. Cam Newton, Big Ben, Tom Brady would always do the quarterback sneak, and like they would either sneak down into the cheek of the guard or they'll jump over the top because they're 6'5". Two different plays, in my opinion. Like,
no, I get what you're saying.
yeah,
I get what you're saying completely.
I don't know. It's just not maybe it's just not a fun play to watch.
It's not. No, I mean it's definitely to win the game. That is what they do it for. But I will say this: it is very fun to watch when 4 seconds left on the clock. Philly's on the 2. They're down 4. what's going to happen.
They should go.
Or they need a first down here for the win, whatever it may be. I think the tush push is something that it's fair game, bro. I think it's fair game. I think there are a lot of other offensive rules that they've put into place that helps the offense that is way worse than the tush push. Like the fact that you can't even get close to hitting a quarterback in the legs is fucking abysmal, dude. Like that is terrible for so many different reasons, bro. Like the fact that I've seen so many flags this year where a player's just trying to get a sack and the QB starts to run away and they hit him in the knees. And now, like I get you're trying to protect your players because now you're paying them $250 million over 5 years or whatever the hell. But come on, man. Like these guys are just getting away with murder anymore. Like I said earlier in the pod, Tom Brady getting a call because Chris Jones came over his back, slapped him on the shoulder. Like these guys are already so protected. Fucking let him go rough it up. Sometimes it doesn't work out, bro. Mahomes dislocated his whole fucking shit trying to do a QB sneak.
I mean, Chiefs just get screwed on calls sometimes. But then they screw them.
Hey, the narrative online right now is that we get all the calls. So
I mean,
I'm about to just go get me a black and white shirt, bro. Like,
I mean, we can talk about Tennessee and what year was that? I know you hate that. I'm not gonna, but that's a prime example of what you're talking about. Is like,
yeah, where the fucking play calls are terrible. Are you talking about Tennessee when Derek Johnson smacked the living shit out of Mariota and they called it forward progress instead of a fucking fumble? Yeah, bro, that shit's yeah. We get amazing calls.
Yeah.
I will say, like, officiating hasn't been all that great, but we are one of the most penalized teams in the league this year. People keep saying we get all the calls. We have more penalties against us than the teams that we have played.
I mean, how many of those calls are just for Juwan Taylor though? Like half of them. Like, let's be honest. He had five that one game.
That's to your point though. How long were people were bitching about Lane Johnson doing it for 2 years? No one did or said shit. You want to talk about a tush push? They had Lane Johnson doing that, and now all of a sudden, Juwan Taylor does it. It's his first fucking year with us, and we're not even as good as we should be. And you guys are making a big deal out of this dude, basically doing the James Harden step back. Like he's doing it legally. But now they're watching it, but they never officially made a rule change. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, there's a manhunt for that. Hey, sure, they're on our side, but we're the only people getting called for it. I watched the fucking San Francisco tackle do it this last game too. They lost, but
bro, get rid of the fucking ball. Jesus Christ!
Yeah, bro. He's not the guy. He's not the guy, bro. Sorry, guys. We're deep in the podcast now. I'm sure a lot of this would cut. I gotta watch this dude Dak play. Boom. All right.
Let's see if
I think I'm behind you. I just watched him get his ass whooped.
That was a good pass rush, though. I mean,
yeah. I mean, you guys are up. So 10-7, 6:40 left in the third is where we are at, ladies and gentlemen.
Bro.
It's not looking great, though. But no, man. I'll end it with this because we got very sidetracked. My real surprise, that shouldn't be a surprise, is I'm actually surprised at how dominant the Miami Dolphins look this season. With Tua staying healthy, like we all knew they were going to be pretty good. But I mean, guys, they are on pace to be the best offense of all time. They already have 3,000 offensive yards.
They're playing Madden on rookie mode right now. That's literally it's like they're just scoring. They're running a jet sweep and it's going 56 yards.
Dude, listen, 3,000 yards in 6 weeks. That's an average of 500 yards a week. Granted, Denver gave up 2,000 of those yards, but man, Broncos, y'all are making honorable mention a lot this pod, but
70?
70. 70. So, anyways, yeah, man, these guys are balling.
I've dozen.
People were coming after Mike McDaniel this time last year, saying all sorts of things about him, bro. I honestly fucking love that dude. He also came from the Broncos and was a ball boy, and the Broncos wouldn't even give him a fucking interview for the coaching spot. So he came in and beat the living shit out of you guys, and that's another reason you guys deserve it. But he looks like he's from Denver, bro. He just looked like a stoner ass dude. And he's out there drawing up plays, bro. He's fun. He's goofy. He's good with the players, bro. Like hat off to that whole team right now. They're fun to watch and they're kicking ass. And honestly, bro, very nervous to play them because our defense looks good so far, but we haven't played a Miami. So
Yeah, I'm
we played the Lions, who are maybe the next best right now. But
they're who's their D coordinator right now? Because that's
who is their defensive coordinator?
I'm trying to find it because it's somebody that's been a head coach. Oh my gosh, because that defense is playing good too. They have some dudes on that defense too.
Is it Todd Haley?
Hold on.
I was wondering what this was on my screen coming in behind me. It's my arrowhead in the background. Y'all see that? Jeez.
Oh, Vic Fangio. Yeah. The old Denver Bronco guy.
From the Broncos.
Yeah.
Man.
It was somebody that was relevant.
It was just a family reunion. They beat the living hell out of y'all, bro.
Yeah.
No, man, I'm just saying, man, you guys sorry, I was thinking about the Broncos again. You guys are fucking trash. No, Dolphins are doing very well.
We give
very well.
We give the Broncos awesome. We give the Broncos a lot of press. You know what they say about bad press? Bad press is good press. I don't know if that's a good thing right now, though. But
I would say I don't want to rile them up too much, but it's like shit, dude. Like,
I mean, we're talking about them, so they're doing something.
Hey, they got hey, you want to talk about bad press? I got one more for you. Steve Smith annihilated Jerry Jeudy.
Bro.
That was hilarious. And
of all the people you want to piss off Steve fucking Smith Sr.? Bro.
He said, I'm done. Go back to the studio.
Bro. Steve Smith, who might be one of the most underrated wide receivers of all time. You want to piss off him? Like, come on. One of the best wide receivers of our generation. Absolutely.
He's a dog, bro. I fucking love that dude.
Now I'm gonna have to look up his stats to make sure I was like hitting on the underrated part, but continue.
I mean, dude, he was definitely a locker room guy. On top of that, like, dude is either way, he's entertaining as shit for me. I was never a big Carolina fan. I liked the year that they went undefeated, but or undefeated till the last week of the season. But that was probably my favorite Steve Smith highlight right there. Was him talking about Jerry Jeudy.
Bro, can't believe
I don't know where Judy's going to end up, but I hope to God it ain't Kansas City.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Steve Smith had 8 1,000-yard seasons. How many has Jerry Jeudy had? None. How many All-Pros? None.
I mean, his third season?
Oh, yeah, I guess so. But still, shit.
And he's on the trash-ass Broncos. Honestly, I do think Jerry Jeudy probably would step up on any other team, but he ain't in the room to talk right now. That man had 14 yards after getting flamed up like that.
Ooh. Hey,
Granted, Russell Wilson only had 97 passing yards.
Hey, you want to talk about your boy from yesterday real quick, though? Go ahead and flame him on the podcast. I know you want to. Just let it out. I know you, but hey, right. Who's his quarterback? All
right, you know what? Y'all lucky my laptop's dying. We're gonna end with this because we're already getting over on time here. All right, I'm just gonna fucking outright say it. Cause oh my god, bro. Oh my god. Worst betting weekend of my fucking life, bro. The worst betting weekend of my life.
It's not funny, I promise.
So it started off on Thursday night with the Chiefs. I know not to do this, but I did it anyway because I was just trying to have fun and I was hedging bets. And, I thought I was going to outsmart Vegas. That shit ain't going to work. So I had 15 first touchdown scorers picked. 5 of them were on the Broncos. 6 of them, I think. I was like, oh, dude, there's no way. The one person I didn't have, the one person, was fucking Kadarius Toney. So it started with that. I was like, okay, cool. That's what I get for trying to hedge bets, whatever. So I go into Sunday. I'm looking at things. Justin Jefferson's out. Okay. Well, I'm feeling pretty confident. Like I said, Kirk Cousins throws the ball. I'm pretty confident KJ Osborne will get himself. Let's go with the alternate receiving yards. Let's go 60. And I put some money on it. It was going to pay me pretty good, too. I was like, all right, bet. He had 48 yards in the first half. I was like, I was feeling lovely. It was asking me, you want to go ahead and cash out? I said, nah, fam, y'all just trying to not pay me this full money. Y'all going to pay me my money. I could have cashed out, fucking tripled my money. Nah, I want the full payout. Don't worry about it. He didn't have another fucking catch the whole game. I needed 12 yards.
How many? 12? 1, 2.
Hey, if
I needed 12 fucking yards, bro.
Dom could get 12 yards. He would tell you that. He'd get 12 yards.
Bro, I was livid. I was livid. And on top of that, and this ain't his fault, but the same shit happened in the Miami game. I put a fucking lay together. It was pretty. I was like, all right, this lay is about to hit. It's about to give me a couple hundred. I was about to be at Sizzler, bro. And I had fucking Miami money line. I had a Tyreek touchdown. I had Jalen Waddle for 70 yards. And what else? I think it was like Tyreek yards. Or no, I had a Mostert touchdown on there, right? Mostert gets a tutty. Tyreek gets his tutty. Even with his injury, he got the tutty. Hit a backflip with a phone in his hand and everything.
Bro, that was insane.
Jalen Waddle had 53 in the first half. I was like, bleh. I just need 17 yards from Waddle in the second half, 12 yards from Osborne, and I'm about to have a good fucking day. Jalen Waddle had -2 yards in the second half. He ended with 51 yards after being at 53. So that's how my weekend went. I had a KJ Osborne 12 yards in the second half that I needed, and a fucking Jalen Waddle 17 yards to finish a pretty little lay. And I didn't hit shit. So, and you know what? Just for shits and gigs, I had a crazy one I put together that I didn't expect to hit. I had 7 anytime touchdown scores on the day. The first 3 touchdowns of the day were on my lay. Christian McCaffrey, Chuba Hubbard, and who the fuck was the third guy? You probably remember.
Running back, right?
It was another running back. Chuba. I like saying Chuba. It's fun. Chuba.
Yeah, I don't know.
I already forgot the second one. Either way, yeah. I only got 4 out of 7 of those, and that was for like $2,000, and I was happy as hell, thinking I might potentially hit it. Kamara didn't get it. DJ Moore didn't get it.
Brian Robinson.
Bijan didn't get it. Brian Robinson was the 4th guy who did end up getting it, but I had 3 like first touchdowns of the day hit for me. Christian McCaffrey, Chubb, and I don't know, some other motherfucker that didn't get me paid.
Was it ATN?
Nah. I already forgot who it was, bro. I would pull up my FanDuel right now and take a look, bro, but I'd just get upset seeing my account. Huh?
Do you have C-Mac in there?
Yeah, I already had C-Mac in there, but screw it. Since everybody wants to know, all one of you, I'm gonna look.
Yeah, I'm going through. I'm trying to think of. I swear it was a running back.
I'm gonna look through this heartbreak real quick.
I guess I could.
Don't you worry.
I'm gonna
all right.
See if I can get there,
bro. Bro, like look at this.
DJ Moore. No, DJ Moore.
He didn't hit.
Yeah.
It was here. I'll tell you, bro. I'll tell you. I have it pulled up right here. It was Kenneth Walker.
Yeah.
Also, San Francisco lost me a fucking $300 8-leg money line parlay.
Damn.
So that's how my weekend went. I missed all my fucking bets because the fucking 49ers lost. I couldn't get 12 yards from this douchebag, and I couldn't get 17 yards from that one. But I was hitting every other leg. Dude, like usually I either like I hit or I don't hit at all, and all my legs are trash. But bro, I've never had so many one leg aways happen to me, and I'm just so booty butthurt about it.
Living
like
back.
I have the. Oh man, I wish I could show this right now. Like,
But are you a financial advisor though?
like yeah, you see that it's like all this green, and then you see this red right here from Jalen.
And that was with Tyreek out for a little bit.
Oh, yeah. You want to know my other lay that I had on here? I didn't even talk about it in the group message. I was already so mad at that point. David Montgomery over 78 yards. He went out with an injury.
Damn. Tough.
Yep. Needed a Saquon tutty last night, too.
Damn.
But it's okay. It's all right. Those ones weren't even close to hitting, so I ain't as mad about those. But
hey, Jahmyr Gibbs about to go off, though.
Yeah, I got David Montgomery in my fantasy league, too.
I know.
Hey, I know Dishman's going to watch this, and he's in the fantasy league, too. Same with Dom, Tanner, all you motherfuckers. I want you to know this. I started out 0-4 in fantasy this year, all right? I am now 2-4. I am the third or fourth highest scorer. I have the most points against me, all right? People are averaging 135 points against me. I am averaging 130. Don't fucking sleep on me. If I make these playoffs, don't fucking sleep on me. I'm coming back. 2-4. We moving on up. That's a 2-game win streak. And I'm averaging these fucking points, boy. And I'm telling you, I'm stacked at running back. I'm ready to go. I got Kenneth Walker. I got Saquon. I got I don't even remember who else. I got David Montgomery, but he's injured now. Got Rashad White.
Hey, I'm gonna have to make some moves.
Hey, go ahead and send me some.
I have before, and apparently they're garbage. So,
bro, you sent me a fucking offer that said like 97 to you and 60 to me. Are you kidding?
I was just hoping it's one of those nights you're just off the whiskey and you're just like, oh, I'm going to get this guy.
You know I don't drink. This podcast has been going for an hour and a half because I'm just waiting on the damn Cowboys to score.
You should
I ain't even going to lie. There ain't even much liquor in this. Look.
You should take another one because the West Coast Cowboys scored. They're the same team. It's ridiculous. Bro, it's 10-10 right now. Are you kidding me? To the freaking Chargers.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to end this. I'm going to go ahead and take my other shot. I'm going to say this is for the touchdown that happened before we got on here. And I'm going to go ahead and end this podcast. But
run the ball.
If you have any final points you would like to make, we got a couple minutes left for our cutter off here.
All I can say is Cowboys need a win, man. It's not going to be a great great winner if they lose. However, we'll say shout out to my Texas Rangers. They're 2-0 right now in the ALCS. Let's go to the World Series, baby.
Hey, that's
Rangers are back.
They have been playing pretty well.
Just don't break my heart like 2011. I can't do that again. I just can't, man. Bro.
Nah, man, you're up 2-0, man. Y'all got this.
Nah.
All right, come on. Come on, Cowboys. Throw this tutty right here. Nope. Oh, Dak's audible, and he's probably going to throw a pick. Nope, they're going to call a timeout. That makes sense. Oh, no, it's into the third. All right.
Salute.
Cool. Salute. This one's tall as hell. I'm trying not to spill it because I was the rest of that liquor.
Yeah.
That's how much faith I had in the Cowboys. I only brought 2 shots. And it worked.
God bless. God bless.
All right, man. Well, appreciate you jumping on, bro. I
Yeah.
I definitely do appreciate your time on here. Love getting other perspectives, especially from a Cowboys fan. Everybody else, again, I apologize for the hiatus we were on. I thought I had a lot of automated posts going. They did not work while I was out of town. So we're going to get back in the groove of things, man. We're going to finish the season strong. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will catch you next week.
Yes, sir. Good evening.